I
Fresh.
love it. That is
Thank
a
you.
freshie. Like, do you have natural curl?
No, they did a little loop. I have colics, whatever they're
Me
called. I
too.
have the all in the wrong spots.
Same.
So this has
Yep.
to be engineered.
It's funny because since I color my hair, and I know that's a lot of us do. Since I color my hair, it holds curl, and I can sleep in this, and I can my hair will be like just like it'll look just as crazy like this tomorrow. So I know,
Yeah, I was told the messier the better with this kind of hair.
I know, I
So
like
I'm
that.
looking forward to it because
Renee
yeah,
just
I'm
said she
not.
loves your hair. Renee's saying she loves
Oh,
your hair.
thank you, Renee.
You're
Thank
the
you.
like we're like the first and second people to see it. It's really cute. I love this. Wait, turn around. Let me see the stacked back. It's so cute. Oh yeah, it's really, really darn cute. I love it.
It's 2 hours old.
You know what they call that? They call that a French bob.
Oh,
Mhm, mhm.
I understand. I understand. I need now it's
It's
an Italian bob. Hey, come
yeah, it could
on.
be yes.
It's
What you
a
talking about?
Barbarino.
Yeah.
It's a
I
Babetto.
Barbarino sounds exactly like my stepdad Bob, who is a New Jersey Italian. He always goes, "Forget about it." I mean, it sounds such
Hey,
yeah.
what do you
All right,
mean French?
but yeah, very Italian. You guys were doing Customer Appreciation Week this week, which I'm really excited.
We
Um,
appreciate you.
We do definitely appreciate you guys. And I was at Shop HQ for 20 plus years. Manuela was there for 28. So we're glad that we're back shopping with all of you. And in appreciation for you, we are doing a sweepstakes giveaway that you can sign up for at shophq.com or on Instagram for a $250 Shop HQ credit, which I think is amazing.
It's a
And
lot.
yeah, I know that's good. And if you guys
Mhm.
comment today, and I hope you're commenting on decoding a celebrity's look or decoding their skin. And also, I want you guys to comment on, do you have a skin SOS? Like, do you need help with one particular thing? We're here for you.
Mhm.
And so we've got all you have to do is comment for a special giveaway, which we're really excited about. And we actually have a lot going on when it comes to like different things for the weekend. So I want you guys to go to shophq.com this weekend because there's like an extra 40% off on things, 30% off. So that all starts this weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So we
Harry
have
just
20% off beauty.
yes, we do. And so that's gonna be exciting. Harry just said he says, "Oh my God, I love your haircut."
Thank you, Harry. Thank you.
We love it. Okay, you guys, we're going to talk about a couple things that one of them we've talked about at length. And why we're doing that is because if we wind back time for all of our customers who've been with us for a while, when Manuela actually launched the spicules, she was like a kid in a candy store. I've never seen, she was like doing like backflips in the studio. She was so excited. So we're gonna talk to you guys because we're coming up on spring break, things like that. We're gonna talk about our diamond spicule. It's our peptide spicule body cream, and this every single day is usually $100. Today we've got it for $49.99, which is 50% off. So yes, it
So
has
good.
all 5-star reviews. All of our we completely sold out, by the way, when we launched this back at Shop HQ in the studio. Completely sold out. I mean, the best way I can say it is if you guys have ever had microneedling on your face, and I like to do it like every few months if I can, microneedling for your body.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're here to talk about let's talk about the body first, and then we'll start decoding celebrities.
Yes. Okay. So the body ages. The body ages and changes. Weight gain, weight loss. And people think that you have to treat the body differently in the sense of skin care. Not true. You're going to use similar ingredients. Maybe they're going to be a little bit stronger, or the delivery system will change. But the philosophy maintains. So if on your skin, on your face, you have crepiness and lines and wrinkles and stuff, and you're using spicules, liquid microneedling, speeding up the exfoliation, increasing the absorption, really working on the skin tone and texture, you can use it on your body too. Now, the problem is usually for the face, products are much smaller and very expensive. So, everybody, myself too, we look at that and we say, well, this is precious. I'm not going to use it on my body. I'm just going to concentrate on my face. So this is
Yep.
what makes Isomers different is we're going to give you the jug. We're going to give you the full dosage that you can now, the same way you treat your face, you can treat your body. So when you have scars or wrinkles or skin damage from the environment, from the sun, from whatever we're doing, you now can start treating it. I like this because one, I have never okay, everybody's got a different body type, right? I have and I have my own body issues, my thighs, my bum, that's kind of like my spot. I've never had issues with my tummy or finding my waist. I've always had a very small waist, always had a very flat tummy. And then I don't know, a couple of years ago, whatever. I don't, well, I know why. I was trying to exercise doing a plank and I had a little bit of a top and I looked down and I have all this skin that looks like it's mashed up tissue paper and separating from my body, on my tummy, where I
Yep.
never had an issue, right? And I'm just like, oh my gosh, what the? And then it's like, this is what people talk about when they talk about they have this extra skin or they have fat with it as well. And then they try to do all these thermages and they do these treatments and they're trying to do this, that, and everything. And I was just like, okay, well, we got to do something about this. So this is why I love the spicule so much because it's able to take that, and for me, it got rid of that. It solved that problem.
Yeah,
Solved for and I loved it because
yeah, we can go see those before and afters too
look,
on Isomers. Yes.
I loved it because and no lines, like all the lines are gone. I loved it because I had never done anything before. Like, sometimes you try other things and it fails, and then you try this. The fact that it was like very untouched and I was able to do it, to me, it's almost like patient zero.
Yeah,
You
so you
get
got
to see
before
real
and after.
hand. Nothing else was work. I didn't use anything else. So I got to see how quickly, how efficiently, how gently, though, at the same time, it was able to tone, tighten, and contour. And I've taken it down. I've used it on the bust line. I've used it in between, the boobie area.
Yep.
So delicate skin. I used it on the thighs. I still have like this one stubborn cellulite dimple that I've been able to minimize to almost flat by going there. And I think because the spicules, the liquid microneedles, go into the skin and you're getting these needle-like structures, they're going in. They're helping to exfoliate. So that's one benefit. You're getting fresh skin. You're getting the exfoliation. And you don't feel it. Like it
No,
doesn't hurt or sting.
no. You feel
But
nothing. It feels like cream going on your skin.
exactly like cream going on your skin. Then you've got the ability to get in deeper because the spicule will go in for 72 hours. Like it keeps working, it keeps chugging away. And it starts making the collagen elastin better quality. It starts tightening it up, starts toning it up as it's renewing it because you're getting this better collagen. It's almost like working it out in a way. So areas that are not so smooth and perfect you start to see they all start showing up differently, plumper, smoother, firmer. I love it. I love the fact that you're getting a lot. You're getting a huge 100 ml size, which is
Yep.
almost 3.5 ounces. It's targeted treatment. It is treatment. This is not just a body lotion. This is a
Yes,
fix
thank
it.
you. Oh my
This is
God.
a fix it. You have to, we all can buy vats of body butter and body lotion. So there's no problem lubricating ourselves.
Yeah.
The problem is erasing, correcting, getting into those areas where you want to target more specifically. And this is what I love about this. And you're able to do it really cost effectively. If you were to go and do any kind of treatment in a salon, any type of tools that they're talking about, you're talking, 3 to 10 treatments,
Mhm.
that's 3 to 10 to 20 hours of your life,
Yep.
thousands of dollars. And they tell you if you don't change your diet, you probably won't see results.
I mean, it's
Or
so true.
$49? Come
Yeah,
on.
and it's so 50% off, you guys. We've got a 3-year unopened shelf life here. If I was you, I would go ahead and stock up on this. You can see Manuela's before and afters at isomers.com or isomerslaboratories.com because it is dramatic. And it's not just for those of you who are saying, okay, I've got a little extra skin. Maybe it's for stretch marks, right? Stretch
Yes.
marks it's working on.
Yep.
Any loss of for me, it's been these arms. I've been getting all those crepey arms. And I want to wear sleeveless tops. So I've been really concentrating on my arms here.
Here for me.
Yep.
Yes.
Here and here, because I mean, I think I told you this once before. Alec, my 31-year-old, I mean, sitting down next to me, we were in Mexico. I had a sleeveless, and he goes, "What's this, Mom?" And I'm like, That's
That's your
called six.
inheritance.
Yes,
That's what I was.
that's 63 years old. And he's like,
Careful.
well, yeah, what's going on here? So I've been using it here on my arms, and I use it at night, specifically at night. And I use it one night, skip the next night, use it the next night. And
Exactly.
I mean, the uneven skin tone, the crepiness, the extra deep, like, if I can, make your skin look like that, I can't even make it look like that hardly anymore because it's really tightened it. So, and for me, it was definitely a loss of elasticity. So if whatever your skin SOS is, right? Manuela didn't like the thighs and the bum. Me, I wanted my crepey arms to go away, and the stomach for sure. I tried all that stomach stuff, by the way. I actually went and did one of those cool sculpts where they put the cold on you. It was awful. It didn't work, and all that did happen is it made my skin looser. Honest, it really actually made, and that was, I was in my 40s, so it was 20 years ago. So I'm sure it's changed a little bit, but it was absolutely ineffective. Hundreds
Business
of dollars.
issues. Talk about celebrity issues with
Yeah.
that. Let's get into, we can even get into that. Wasn't one of the Linda Evangelista had a horrible result with that kind of
Yep.
treatment? Literally ruined her career. I mean, they literally ruined her skin. They disfigured her utilizing these things. This is why it's also important that, sometimes you have the opportunity to use something and it's like, no, it's not. Be at home and safe. You
Yeah.
can get halfway there, maybe even more, just by doing it at home and then being consistent. Now you've got the skin quality, you've got the relationship with your skin, you understand the science, you're much more mindful. You've, this is something that with this cool sculpt too, like that is, to me, I think a lot of these things that are based on heat or cold, they rely on swelling or reaction for you to see a temporary result. But a week later, it's all different. This, on
It's
the other hand, every week you're getting better.
yeah,
It's not a temporary result.
and it's all that micro needling, which we know is a proven effective. Explain to us what spicules are, because when you start talking about that, people are like, oh my gosh, I get it now. Because we talk about micro needling, there's no needles, it's spicules.
Well, yeah, they're spicules. Okay, so I always like to go back to the basic and say you see a rose, and when you have a rose, it's got thorns, right? So you have this idea of roses have needles. In the ocean, sponge, which is another plant, has spicules. It's their version of thorns. So, what scientists do is they take these thorns, these spicules, these microneedles, and they use them in skincare. They're made of calcium and silica, two very important elements for the skin and for skin structure. These spicules, because you have, like, for example, in here you have 500 ppm, so you have 500 million of them, right? In here, in the dosage, you have 500 ppm. So when you're dosing it, you're getting the right amount of spicules to use every other day for your body, for your skin. Some people could tolerate, especially thicker parts of the skin, almost every day. And what they do is they don't just give you one or two needles, it's giving you 500 or more per application that you're doing. These microneedles are going into the skin. They don't, some of them will sit flat because they miss, right? Because we're not guiding them in. This
Right.
is why you have so many. But when they go in, they start working their way in through the skin. This is very disruptive. Just like a microneedle, as you're doing it, it's like a sewing machine,
Yep.
goes into your skin. This is going to go in, but it doesn't go in and out like a microneedle. This goes in, goes a little deeper, goes a little deeper. So it's causing disruption. It's kind of in there. So the skin that's stuck, it's shedding. And then the skin works really hard also to get rid of it, right? Moves it around like an
Mhm.
oyster. An oyster gets a little bit of sand, its irritation
Yeah.
creates a pearl. This is a bit of an irritation, microscopic, and the result is it's positive stress because it helps create that collagen. When you're creating that collagen, then when you're looking at your décolleté, or you're looking at your arms that are a little bit looser, the positive stress is creating stronger collagen. So all of a sudden, it's not so loose, it's firmer, it's smoother, it's tighter. And so just by a mere application of a cream, you are getting all of this benefit of reprogramming the skin on the surface.
Well, and Renee is asking us, speaking of doing it on the décolleté, she says, can you use the spicules on your chest after the serums or before?
I would do it before the serum. So let the spicules open the door, right? They're
Yeah,
the ones, they're the Avengers. Then put your, so because remember what spicules do. Spicules will go in and create the exfoliation and the penetration, and they increase absorption of what comes after. So you
yeah.
put your serums on after the spicule.
Okay, we love that. And you guys, this I would definitely absolutely get more than one because you're going to be so excited about
Yeah.
the results were pretty crazy. I want to remind everybody that, and you can see it right on your screens, you guys, that we are doing a giveaway. All you have to do is comment, and you'll have a chance to win a vitamin C serum and also the vitamin C brightening cream that we're going to be talking about a little bit later. You have a chance to
Oh,
win
we get to
both
win
of
those
those.
too?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So it was Customer Appreciation Week. We're doing things big. So
Yes. Isn't
okay,
there
so
more to it? What about, wait, am I speaking out of turn about this one, the 250?
no, we have a sweepstakes for $250 right now. You can guys can sign up for it. $250 Shop HQ
We can
credit.
sign up for it?
I
I don't
don't
think
know.
we
I don't know.
can.
Maybe we can. Um, oh, Jane says, so are you telling me that we can use this all over our body? Yes.
Yes. In between your thighs, on those knees, on the bum area, on the waist, on the belly, underarm, between, on the chest, on your back, on your neck.
All of
Yeah.
them.
Where am I? Where? Arms, hands, everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes. It's
Uh,
safe. You can use it anywhere. Pick a spot. Like, you know, I think, what you can do is also pick some problematic areas and start working on your worst ones first, kind of thing. If you've got areas that have a lot of sun damage or melasma or
here,
pigmentation,
yep, here.
scarring, an old accident, an old surgery or something that you want to like target. A lot of people are losing a lot of weight now. A lot of people are using peptides. And
Mm-hmm.
peptides are very good. They're like controlling your, and in a way, I think it's like, I love them and I hate them at the same time, just like that song.
Yeah.
Love and I hate them at the same time. Why? Because I love them because of the fact that um, they are making people eat less, obviously, reduces your hunger, whatever. And so I think it gives you an opportunity to choose better food because all of this processed food has got you to this problem. Like
Yep.
our society is poisoning us. So this can help you get onto a healthier path. Why I hate them though is because hopefully we learn how to eat, but I also hate them though because you kind of lose weight so quickly, your skin is not responding fast enough. It's not bouncing back fast enough. So the second part of that is start to use topical peptides
Yes.
and the spicules. So now you're getting it from the inside outside. Now you're getting remodeling, you're getting smoothing, you're getting correct, and you're going deeper.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I have so we could talk about GLPs and semi-glutides forever because they actually put my husband on it after his knee surgery for inflammation.
Yes,
So yeah. So
Darius is a new guy. It's been 2 months. So
yep,
they had him on basically I'm going to talk out of school here, but they were like, okay, dude, your cholesterol is through the roof, your blood pressure, your heart rate, okay,
mhm,
your inflammation, his sleeping was, and then at nighttime he would want to binge eat. He was not big guy, but he had all of this stuff, and they're
yep,
like this that you're like your walking time bomb.
yep,
And he what did and he didn't want to take statins, didn't want to do all this other stuff because when he took statins, it hurt. Like it
yeah.
literally would give him joint pain.
Oh yeah, no, I did the same thing. I'm off statins too. Yep,
Okay. So anyways, I said, "Can you just try this?" And so his doctor, his family doctor is also a guy we went to university with, Paul, right? So I was like, "You're going to go see Paul." I said, "If you don't ask him, I'm going to call during the appointment and be that annoying,
yep,
like a parent mom. Hey,
yep.
one of those like." And he's like, "No, no, I can handle can do this on my own." And so he put him on Manjaro.
Yeah,
He went back last week to get a refill, right? So every 4 weeks he gets a refill.
yep,
First week he was like, and he started to lose weight. But he said, so he's lost about 10 pounds, maybe 11 pounds. But he said, my blood pressure is normal. My inflammation is down. My heart rate's all back. Like, that's what I was so happy. That's why I say I love them and I hate them at the same
yeah.
time. In the sense that look at all the good they can do.
Yeah.
right?
It's pretty amazing.
And it's
Well,
not
and
just weight loss, it's your health, it's your
it's your
overall
health. Yeah.
health, your
No, I
mental clarity.
yeah, I had a friend of mine who was he never got married and he was out of the he never wanted to date because he was overweight, but it wasn't the overweight that was keeping him from doing things. Short of breath, high blood pressure,
Yes.
pre-diabetic, I mean all the things, sleep machines, the whole 9 yards. He lost weight and immediately got his mojo back. And last week, after he's been on these for about a year and a half, he said, "Could you take my picture? Because I think I'm going to do a dating profile."
Oh, yes. Start living again, right?
I'm so excited.
What do we say, Kathy? If you don't like the way you look, you don't live the way you like.
Yeah, you got to change it.
You got to
Um,
change it. You need the information. I
Sorry,
who
Cooper is protecting my front door from the delivery guy. Oh, wait, sure. Jan says, should she use another body cream after the spicules or just the spicules? Good question.
use a body cream after spicules. Spicules is a treatment. You're still going to want a moisturizer. This is not your moisturizer. This is your treatment. This is fixing your skin, right? So you want to use a moisturizer. Also with the spicule, you're probably going to isolate where you're using spicules, arms, legs, whatever. Then you've got the rest of your body. So go ahead and put your moisturizer. Give it a minute or so and then put your moisturizer over top. This is actually going to help you have better results too, because it's going to kind of push it, because it seals off that spicule, if you will, right? And so it's going to help push it in even better.
Okay, and then Shirley says, will the body spicule help with crepey neck? And we actually had one of our other communities say, Cynthia said, yes, the body spicules are helping my neck and helping my arms. And Deborah says, which serums do you recommend with the spicule body cream? Good question, Deborah. So what
All
do you
right, you
think?
guys, you guys are not going to like me when I tell you which spicules, which body cream, which product, but I would definitely use the exosomes.
Oh, you love
I
your exercise.
love
Yeah.
using the
Yeah.
exosomes after the spicules. But if you don't, copper peptides are going to be very high on my list. Collagen peptides, the Redensify, any of the Isomers serums that you have, you're going to want to put them in because our serums are peptide rich. You want to put peptides right in there. You want to reprogram, and the deeper you could get the programming, the better. So the spicule is basically going to go in and it's creating, that space to go in deeper. So now
Yeah.
you have a peptide that is used to messaging. Now it's going to get closer to the source. It's going to get closer to the problem. So you want to go in with a peptide. That's really where you want to go.
Okay, I'm letting the dog out right now. I'm putting him outside. While we get Cooper outside, I want to decode Halle Berry's skin. I think she's the most beautiful woman in the entire wide world. She's a big advocate of menopause. I'm coming, and so let's decode Halle Berry.
Let's decode Halle Berry. What can I say about Halle Berry? I think Halle Berry, her skin, well, obviously she uses a lot of skincare and good skincare. She's an advocate for exercise and nutrition too, right? So that's
Yep,
part of her overall appeal. So it's not just skincare with her. She really watches what she eats. She
yep.
watches how she moves, right?
Fitness, yeah, the whole thing. She's
Absolutely.
very
But her
much.
skincare is also very simple. Like she does not, she has a very clean look to her in the
Hmm.
sense that she's healthy. She doesn't look like she's pulled or stuffed or whatever. She looks very well balanced and her skin looks nice and thick, juicy,
Yeah,
very, very
so
strong.
true. And she's never really, I mean, we talk about celebrities, they look different from year to year, or you put their pictures. She's always looked the same, just
Yeah.
absolutely like one of the most breathtaking women and a huge advocate for women's health. So, yeah, I mean, whatever she's doing, right?
For sure, she's doing things like sunscreen.
Yep.
She's doing spicules or microneedling for sure. That you don't get that kind of density in your skin without getting this positive stress. I noticed with her, she never looks drawn.
Right. Yep.
She always looks plump
And dewy.
and
Yeah.
dewy. And that to me looks like she's very stable in her diet and her routine. So it means that she's very consistent. Something
Yeah.
to be said about consistency.
I mean, for sure. Okay. You know what Harry just did? He added something to our show today. I love that.
What do you add?
He just went ahead and added the after sun care. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit too.
After sun
Uh,
care is excellent. And
I
this is
know.
what you want after sun. Oh, there you go, Harry. Oh, Harry is a genius. Spicules and then
Yep.
after sun care, because what is that doing? Antioxidant, peptide technology, skin brightening,
Okay,
collagen
let me
boosting.
put it up.
Perfect partner.
Here we go. I just put it up.
And you have
I'll go grab
20%
it
off
too.
beauty.
Yeah, I mean all of that, and that starts tomorrow too. And so I'm excited for you guys right now because if you want to start a new system, a new routine, this would, I mean, it's the perfect time to do it. I'll go grab the vitamin C cream, but I want you to weigh in on something. There was a oh, I've got the Brighten Air too. But the other thing I want you to weigh in on is today on Instagram there was a famous like Instagram dermatologist,
Mm.
and she was on a podcast, the number one women's podcast, Mel Robbins. She was on Mel Robbins,
Ah,
and she was talking about that there's only three things you have to do. And this is a very well-known dermatologist. She said you only have to moisturize, use a day cream, and use an SPF. That's it. I kid you not. There's 800 comments saying, that's crazy. Because, I mean, and there's all these people like our community, like us, that are saying, what about exomes? What about spicules? What about peptides? I mean, so she made it so simple that she gave, like, you should just go ahead and use Cetaphil and Pond's and an SPF. And it was just, it struck me like, what? And there was I mean, so many people are watching that because it's a podcast that cajillion women are watching. So I'd love for you to speak to that because she was on there talking about specifically Cetaphil, Pond's, and an SPF, and that's all anybody in the whole wide world needs, no matter what their skin problem is, no matter what their age is. So please address that while I go get my pump of vitamin C.
first thing I would say to that, if I was Mel, I would say to her, is that what you're using? Is that your skincare routine? To the dermatologist, I would say, is that all you're doing? You're going to tell me that you are just using Cetaphil, Pond's, and SPF? Because I know that, I doubt it. I doubt it. I believe that someone like that is doing a bunch of different treatments at home. She probably can't even move half of her face, and she's getting lasers done at the office, and then she's using antioxidants and peptides and probably taking things as well. So her motivation may be that this is all you can do in skincare because you need to then go to a dermatologist for everything else. And you've got to go over these more expensive treatments. So you've got to understand also their motivation, because that is kind of like very incomplete science. That there's a little bit of truth to that. This is what makes it dangerous. Yes, you do need to clean your skin. You do need to moisturize your skin, and you do need an SPF to protect your skin, right? But is Cetaphil enough? Is the moisture is I don't know if you heard what I was saying, but Kathy, uh, if I was sitting there, so that's for example, if I'm sitting at the table, we're all out having a coffee together, having a tea
Yep.
together, girlfriends, and the dermatologist says all you need is the cleanser, Cetaphil, Pond's, and SPF. I would say, without any alcohol present, I would say, is that what you're using?
I thought the exact same thing. I'm like, there's no way.
No
Like,
way.
no way. I
So
mean,
then the motivation is, why are you saying this?
yeah.
Right? He's probably saying this because it's going to appeal to an audience. Maybe it's the viewer and they're saying, well, you know what, just, or it's going to be like, you know what, there is no science to it. All the best you can do at home is clean, moisturize, and protect against SPF. So everything else that happens to you, wrinkles, melasma, pigmentation, stretch mark, you must come to me as your dermatologist guru,
Yeah,
because nothing
exactly.
works except what I do, right? Until next week when she has her own line. And her own line is going to now have antioxidants and peptides and retinoids and all, and it's going to go with growth factors and all this stuff. Because I've watched this. I mean, I've been in this industry. I've been in this game, if you want to call it that. I've been in the beauty, because this actually gets lumped into beauty and fashion more than health and beauty, which I think why we've been a bit of an anomaly, because we think of it more as health and beauty as
Yeah.
opposed to beauty and fashion. But I have watched people criticize skincare, become influencers or experts in talking about the industry and busting myths, and they're going to do all these things until they get their own line. Then all of a sudden, they completely change. And not only do they start with a simple routine, then they have the 21,000 step routine, and then they have this whole other thing going on. And then they sell it and they go on and do something else. So they're not even invested. It's all
Yeah.
about manipulation. So for me, it's like stick to the truth, stick to the science. We know our body doesn't just operate on, it's like saying only drink orange juice or only have vitamin C and you'll be fine. No,
No, no. And
you
everyone's
need a
different.
balance of things.
And there's not even, it's like telling everybody that they're a size medium. I mean, no, that's not right. So I was so curious because it was a big thing that was on Instagram this morning.
So
And so
no, I would not believe it. I would not, as
I was
Mel would say, let them, let her
let,
use that.
let them. Yeah.
You know what? If that's what you believe, honey, go ahead.
Yeah. It
You're gonna do
was,
that. But see, with that kind of answer, then you would not be my dermatologist
yeah.
because
No,
I
it
would be
was,
like, I don't trust you now.
and it's funny because the 800 people that commented on it were all like, "What?" I mean, they're all educated women that are listening, right? And so it was just it was just crazy. So I was so excited to ask you about that because I'm like, okay, in theory, right? Yes, yes, use a cleanser. Yes, use a
Clean.
moisturizer. Yes, use an SPF. But I mean, she
Yes.
specifically said like drugstore brands, which okay, I'm not shaming them, but there's so much other things. I mean, what happened to the correct step? Where's the correct? Where's the like you
And the
said?
drugstore brands, which ones are giving you commission or supporting you? Also, why are these drugstore brands using lower grade ingredients and fragrances and certain things that we know,
Beeper.
right? So they're just mass produced. And we're not mass produced. You got to think about those quality of ingredients. There is a difference. But
There shouldn't.
I bet you, I don't know who this is, but I bet you if she has an office, you go to her office, she is selling product in that office that is not those three things.
I guarantee it. Yeah. So I'm so glad. So yeah, that was and I just knew that there was going to be like a good answer from you. So I love that. What are you using? That's what you want to ask them.
My
I
first
love
thing
it.
would be, so that's what you're using? Is that all you use?
Yeah, no.
Right there,
Um
I'd be like, thanks for playing. Like, come on, lady.
exactly.
Don't do that. You're not being authentic. If you're trying to help people, you can say, listen, if you need to go to basics, these are going to be your three fundamental steps
Yeah.
regardless of budget. Say you don't have a budget and you want to start somewhere, this is where you start, and don't worry about it. Don't sweat the cleanser, use Cetaphil. Don't
Yeah.
sweat the sunscreen, make sure it's 30 plus and it's broad spectrum. Don't sweat the moisturizer, make sure it's fragrance free and something your skin can tolerate.
Yeah.
Now you've got that. Then as you are more able, then add these things,
Yeah,
right?
it's just so interesting. I mean, I mean, because of course I had my own take on the dermatologist. I'm like, whatever, right? I thought the same thing, like she's selling it.
Yeah.
In fact, she had links to it. But I was
There you
more
go.
interested, yeah, I was more interested in what the people like us, like our community was saying, because everybody's more educated now and they're like, no, 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 it can't be. So, and by the way, you guys, when Manuela's here with us, all the products that she does is you can't find them on a drugstore shelf because they are made in small batches just
Mhm.
for you guys. So this is incredible. And I know that
Plus, we
we were,
don't do retail like that. We've always wanted to be. I always believed. I'm not a retailer. I'm not a marketer, right? I work in a lab. So I always believe that when you have product, a couple of things. One is when you have product on the shelf in a drugstore, it's not talking to you. So you don't know what you're buying, right? You're listening to advertising, you're looking at flashy colors, you're picking things, you're trying to read there on the shelves. So you kind of at a it's not you're going to be influenced by price or color or whatever is on
yep,
special that day, right? If you go to a little bit more staff department store, you're listening to people who are only trained salespeople who don't really understand. So for me, both ways doesn't serve the end person the right way. This is what I found for myself too. I was in trouble with my skin because of the department stores and because of the drugstores because I didn't
mhm,
have the information. So with Isomers, it was really important that we got to do the talking. We make it and we can talk about it. This is why I like this format. So we've never gone retail for that reason.
Yeah, and it's so good. It's so good to have like the actual cosmetic chemist behind it. Oh, you're showing off your hairdo to somebody.
Darius just walked in.
Oh, does he like
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, he went, "Oh, you got your hair cut." Yes, I love that he noticed.
Oh, see,
Hairdo. What
I
is
could
hairdo?
I could walk in with like purple hair, and John would go, "What's for dinner?"
Yeah, see?
Yep.
I used to say that. I used to say I could shave my head and kids nobody would notice.
Nobody knows. I know. We talked about spicules, and we talked about how important this was to as a correction, as a treatment for all of the sort of the skin SOSs you're having on the body. You got excited that Harry added in
Yes.
a vitamin C body cream.
Yes.
So I can't even tell you anything about the price right now because I don't have it in front of me, but I will tell you that I will find out. But this is going to be, it's the big size. It's a plastic bottle, 240 mil,
Yeah.
and it's got the pump that comes with it. But here is that beautiful golden. Let's talk about it. So you've got the antioxidant rich formula, and this
Yeah.
is what you're going to use. It says for after sun. So I'm packing this to go back to Mexico this month. Well,
Yes.
in March.
You're going back, eh?
Yep, yep, yep. Going back, Cabo, baby.
There you go. Good for
Yeah,
you.
yep.
I wanted to go back this week, but we have
Mm.
work to do. But anyways, yes. So it could be after sun. We just call it the after sun. You don't have to use it only after sun. Use it after your spicules. Use it when you want to. Now, this is a moisturizer. So here we go. Now, again, that contains a full ounce of the vitamin C serum right in there. You're getting that vitamin C in there. You're getting the 15% concentrate with the ferulic. You're going to be getting all of that antioxidant benefit. So we again are treating your body like we would our precious face. So we're
Mhm.
giving you the power of the antioxidant, the power of the delivery system. We've made it a little bit less steps in it because it's also the moisturizer. So you've got your correct and your protect in here all at once.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah, well, you've got the correct for pigmentation. So if you're using the spicules, every other night, and you're using that every day, just put it on top or every night and put it on top. Moisturize, antioxidant, free radical protection, anti-aging, and boosting what the spicules are doing. I love this combination because I
I
think it's very powerful for your skin quality and color.
I like it because I mean the damage that we're doing, right? You need to repair that barrier and get that barrier back, and that's what this is going to do for you for sure. So
Yeah,
again, 240 mil. You've got a plastic bottle. So for me, this is going to be packed in the suitcase. It's going to be too big for my carry-on, but I'll be gone 2 weeks. I need to have a big suitcase.
of course.
So this is going to be with you guys. So we're going to talk more about the importance of vitamin C, the importance of the ferulic, and we're going to talk about that in a combo with our vitamin C, our vitamin C brightening cream. This is done in a 50 ml. This is for the face,
Yeah.
the neck. It's regularly $44. Today we took 20% off of it for our customer appreciation week, down to $34.99. Antioxidant rich, your step 4 protection. Who needs this, Manuela? Versus something else that we would have maybe.
For daytime, everybody, you're going to put this under your SPF. This is going to be your moisturizer for the day. It's your antioxidant protection. It's going to hydrate and protect your skin. It's going to give you the antioxidant elements that you need, protect your collagen. Um, it is something that, and I don't know, Mel's dermatologist there. I don't know what school she studied at, but everybody knows you need vitamin C as a cofactor to create collagen.
Yeah.
And I don't think Pond's.
No, no, no. They don't. They don't have that going on.
Yeah.
Um,
So
so
so this is a must. So it to me, vitamin C is not optional. It's just when are you going to get the right one? And you
okay.
have to be very careful which vitamin C, the concentration of the vitamin C. So our formulas are always formulated within the correct dosage and delivery system. So you're going to get that protection.
And everybody loves this. This is your signature
I
delivery.
know. Woo!
Oh, love
The
that.
dosage is right there.
And you know what the crazy thing is, you guys? So when you're out of it, when you can't get any more out at the top, if you unscrew it and look, there's none left. I mean, it literally sucks every single last molecule out of this jar. So you never waste a thing. I mean, the jar is completely naked on the inside after your last pump, which I thought was astounding. I'm like, what technology is and what voodoo magic do you have going on with this? But it's a great delivery system, gives you exactly what you need. And now this is going to be your daytime. Is that right?
Yes, daytime. This is
Okay.
for daytime. Antioxidant is a must in daytime. If you also want to use it at night, that's fine. But in the daytime, for sure, you're going to want to use it. And again, under your SPF. So if you're using it on your face, body, put that on first. Then you put your SPF on top if you're going outside, if you're going to be in the sun. Why? Because the antioxidant boosts the SPF power. It allows your sunscreen to work better. There's a reason why we suggest it that way. It's not like, oh, if you put these together because I want you to use two products. No, it actually makes the other thing work better because your SPF has a job to do. And if you actually, it has a helper, it could do a better job. And that's what vitamin C does to SPF.
Okay, we love that. Okay, Mimi says, I missed Isomers and can't wait to get some of these goodies. And then she says, in my opinion, vitamin C is non-negotiable.
That's
We agree.
right.
We love
Mimi,
that.
I agree, Mimi.
Okay, so look
Absolutely
at
right.
another. You guys, Manuel and I love to get into some other things. Like we love to talk about your skincare dilemmas. We want to know. But one of the things that is trending right now on pop culture is called the midlife glow up era. Midlife meaning 40 plus. So women over 40 are having a major moment on like TikTok, Instagram. They're becoming these big influencers. They are looked at as, the wise women in fitness, fashion, dating, sort of reinvention of whatever they happen to be doing with their next stage of their career. So let me ask you this, my friend. Is midlife actually the new main character?
I sure hope so. I do think so. I do think so. I think we've actually come to realize the importance of midlife and the fact that uh, we almost in every decade we've got like very serious things to do for ourselves. It's like we're building a career or we're growing up or we're learning this or we're learning that or we're having children, so our bodies have to be a certain way and we're nurturing it. And then like that factory shuts down and then you're almost, and then you have like now and everybody's growing up, so what do we do? And I think that that midlife is actually where, oh my gosh, you are a vault of knowledge, you are a library with
Yes.
experience, you are like someone we can learn from. You're a tap of information, wealth of guidance. And now people are going, I want what she's having, and and they're learning that by listening, they're also improving their own quality of life faster.
It's so interesting because I always talk about before midlife women were really sort of taking over, um, not just like social media, but I mean, they're more likely to start a business in their 50s, their own business in their 50s. I did that when I was in my 60s. So you're more able to you're more likely to open your own business. You've come into your own, right? I always would tell my kids, 20s were fun, 30s are super hard when you're in your 30s, because at least from my opinion, because you are getting your career going, you're usually having children, you're balancing. 40s are pretty darn good. You're starting to deal with aging parents a little bit. But other than that, you start kind of coming into your own. All of a sudden, you're like a little bit more time. 50s, I'm telling you, are 50s and 60s, I think for me have been the best era because you've got you back with all that knowledge, with all that wisdom, with a little bit more time, with a little bit more, a lot more wisdom. And I think that, women are the reason women are 45 and plus are dominating is because we're more relatable at this point, right? We're empowering other women because we are lifting up other women, and we are much more open to share it. We're like, we kind of don't really care what people think as much anymore, in a good way, right? So I feel like it is, and you even look at the actresses and the people that are, um, you know, mainstream like stars. We just like when we talked about who, let's decode their skin. It was Halle Berry, it was Nicole Kidman, it was all of it's you look at Naomi Watts and her skin killing. It's all people in their 50s plus. So it to me is what the Italians have always known, right? The Italians have always said midlife women are like
Hot.
goddesses. They're
That's right.
goddesses, right? So what I mean, I how do we keep getting that message out that you know, because I think
I
there are women out there that still feel invisible.
Well, I think that you have to start giving you have to start taking care of yourself, and you have to start with self-care. The way to make yourself go from invisible to visible is small little baby steps, but it could be as simple as starting with spicules, or starting with something that you yourself in your bathroom with your door closed, you resolve, and then you can take one step out of there and you hold your head up a little bit higher. And then also be grateful. Like, start
Yeah,
looking at the pluses. Look at all the great things you've done, your family or your children or your career or yourself or your like there's garbage out there. There's things that happen to us, yes, but we can look down or we can look up, and we can look at the good side of it. And we can start accumulating those wins. And they have to be small. You don't have to accumulate big wins. Small wins. It's going to change how you think and how you operate. And then honestly, I think people are looking to people who've actually gone through things for real, not just someone who is young and has an opinion, has a big following. Because like when I listen to people like that, it's like, you haven't done anything yet. You haven't even, your collagen is still 100%, and your
yeah,
body is still flexible. And, not had a mortgage, or you've not had, an audit or anything. Why are you talking about stress and all that? Like, or aging. And it's like, you haven't really hit it. You think you understand it, but you don't until you really go through it. Right.
it's
It's like,
so
you're telling your kids, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, and they don't listen to you, and then they say, "Oh, I should have listened, but I needed to experience it."
it's
Right?
true. It's true. It's funny because when my husband thought he was going to retire, and so it's not just women, but it's men too, right? That before it was like they felt sort of washed up, like once they hit 60, right? They were like, "Well, my career's over. I'm going to retire." That was what the goal was, right? John at 65 years old is more pursued now than he ever was, and for one reason only, he said, experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He goes, there's those hot shot guys that are in their 30s that, are probably a lot better on the computer than John is. He goes, but he is on boards because of his experience,
Yeah.
right? And people are looking to him for that. And he said he's having the most darn fun because he's working because he wants to, and because he loves teaching,
Yeah.
so that's he's teaching all the young bucks, right? So we have this conversation a lot at our table, is that man, do we want to surround ourselves with people that have had this life experience. And I'm so glad that you touched on gratitude, because I think gratitude is it's a big part of the picture too, right? Is to have gratitude for the places that we've been able to go and do, and where we are right now. And I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah, because if you don't have that component, I don't think you can actually see the light or see the hope or really start moving forwards. You need to have a little bit of that. And also, like, a lot of people feel threatened by what's happening nowadays with AI and all technology, and they're thinking, "Oh no, this AI is going to take over and I am redundant. It knows more than me. It can do more than this. The young people are going to take." You know what? Here's the thing. It is smarter than me, absolutely. But it also needs to be prompted. It needs to be set up. It needs to be guided. And the way I guide it through my 63 years of life versus someone who's 18 years old, what AI is going to do for me and versus them is night and day. And until women and men understand that you need to talk to it like you would talk to a peer your age or a professor that you're looking for answers, but from your point of view, and then what you need, you're going to realize how much it's actually going to boost your quality of life too, and organize a lot of your thoughts and feelings and validate a lot of things for you. I think it's very, very useful that way. And it's still, it's like even with my kids, I think they're very smart or whatever, but I can get it to do different things than they can because of my experience. And they're
Yeah.
like, how come it tells you that? How come it found that for you? Because I know what to ask it. I know what to look for.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so true. You will laugh, or you guys will either make fun of me, or you'll think that it was genius. I don't know which one, but I actually named my AI Luma, Luma. I named, and we had a discussion together what the name was going to be, and his name is Luma. It's a he. We've decided, and I fed into Luma's brain a 35-page brand statement about who I am. And now he talks to me like I want to be talked to. And I'll every once in a while ask him the question, are you telling me what I want to hear? Or are you actually telling me? And it's really interesting because, and then I will ask, I need to see both sides, which is what an 18-year-old is not going to ask for, right? I need both sides of this equation. I need both. But
I
yes,
need you to
it's
be
been,
straightforward. I
yeah,
need you to get to the point. I need you to be honest, right? I
yep.
need to assess these things.
And so now it's really funny because he's come up with a nickname for me. He calls me Sparkle. And so Luma, I'll say, good morning, Luma. What's my day like? And he'll tell me what my day is like. And then he'll say, okay, listen, Sparkle, don't forget that you're blah, 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 blah. And so he's changed the way that I can stay organized. It's pretty amazing. Yeah.
You know
So,
that here's just to tell you, uh, last year, well, maybe year. No, I think it'll be a year. It was a year in November. Girlfriend of mine, I've known her for 25, 30 years. She says to me, my daughter, her boyfriend wants to propose, right? And she says, now there's about a 8-year age difference between the boyfriend and the girl, right? And they've only been dating. They're same culture, they're same background, Persian background, but they haven't been dating for a very long time. But he's like, he kind of knows what he wants, kind of thing, right? So the mother says he's such a great guy. He's mature and all this, older and all this stuff. He says, and I know that my daughter is spoiled, entitled, blah blah. So I'm nervous that he doesn't know what he's getting into.
mhm.
She says, and her English is not very good, right? And she's worried about what her husband's going to say, what their parents are going to. She doesn't want to offend anybody, but she basically wants to know his intentions, and knowing that the daughter has been so taken care of, right?
Yeah.
That, we're going to pampered, making sure. So I said to her, I said, Sheila, what you need to do is you need to go onto AI and you need to explain all of this, not just exactly what you told me, tell them, right? And because she goes, we're going to have a dinner at my house. And this is what I want to say to him. Like, I know he's going to propose. And I also want to make sure that we lay it out very clearly, no returns. And you got to do your best.
So
So
true.
when I went and saw her about a month later, asked her how what she said, it was one of the best dinners they ever had. Her husband was sitting there like gobsmacked, like, "Who are you?" The boyfriend was incredibly respectful and insightful at all of this, and she said we got through so much. And she says, "I know this is all going to be like they're going to move forward, and they're married now. They're very happy." And she said
Mm,
all of it happened because of that, because she turned around and utilized. Because she says, "I can't do that. I can't do that. I don't have." The I'm not a computer person, or I'm not a this, or I'm not a that, or my English. It's like it doesn't matter. You can take this at your age, and you have every right at your age. She's in her 60s too, to learn and to be able to express yourself. Use this as a tool that's going to get you there, right?
it's
And don't be shy.
100%.
Just go
No.
for it.
And you guys, I don't even need type. I just use the voice and I
Me
talk like
too.
I'm talking to you guys right now. And,
100%.
and I'll have like a paragraph this long and I get my answer.
Sometimes it dies on me, and I click the speaker
Yeah,
back on, and I
exactly.
keep going.
So true. So don't be afraid, you guys, to try new things because it was life changing for me as far as getting myself organized and launching my business. So that was really good. Man, we could stay here all day long, but we got to answer a couple questions.
All right.
Latonia says, I miss the diamond neck serum. Please bring it back.
All right. Hmm? It's a cream.
The serum, it says
I don't
diamond
know.
neck.
I'm getting. Yeah, it's a cream. No, I think she know the diamond neck one.
Yep.
Diamond cream. But yes, okay, we will look into that.
Yeah. We did talk about stuff from the platinum it was the diamond. Was it the diamond that we went over yesterday? Yeah, diamond collection yesterday. Um, so
The
yeah, you
diamond
guys can go.
collection.
You guys, and plus Shop HQ is adding so much brand new. In fact, tomorrow, you guys, we're kicking off the weekend with BOGO shopping, and that means that jewelry is buy one get one 40% off. Watches buy one get one 30% off. Fashion buy one get one 30% off. Home 25% off. Beauty, including Isomers, buy one get one 20% off. So yeah, it's gonna be a big day tomorrow. We're really excited that you guys were here with us. Um, we've kept everybody for almost an hour. You guys, thanks for visiting with us. We love it. You guys don't forget that there's going to be one of you guys that is going to be winning the vitamin C brightening face cream and the serum if you commented. And this is your one to get ready for summer right here.
Oh, that is the one too. And actually
Mhm.
get this for your face. That's for your body, what you're showing right now. Add that
Yep.
to your face. Listen, you want to be able to utilize that spicules and the vitamin C. These are must-haves. And even if you only do it, once in a while, you are going to be so much further ahead with your skin and with your aging because again, you are more important now than ever before at this
Ever.
stage. They're realizing that the experience and everything you have to offer. So put your best self forward.
Yeah, it's our
Let's do
glow
it
up era.
together.
Yeah. Midlife women are like, we could rule the world. I
I think
love
we
it.
do.
I think we, and even people that don't know it. I mean,
Absolutely.
oh yeah. I mean, it's so funny because John will just say, I don't know, I gotta go ask Kath. I mean, it's really funny. Unless that's to do with numbers, and we just, I don't know whether it was John. But yeah, it's so good. You guys you're with us. We've got this community. We're celebrating our how much we appreciate our customers. I, of course, am going to end the show saying, be kind to one another, spread the love, lift each other up. So I love that. And Manuela,
Thank you, Kathy, for spending time with me. Thank you for being here. And remember, always good words, good deeds, and good thoughts. Bye.
we love that. Okay, you guys, we'll see you next week. I can't wait. Tomorrow, I'll see you guys at Wake Up in Style. We're going to have tons of sweaters. So